Hi, I'm Bonnie Annis,
I'm Stephanie Prestidge.
and we're here from Lemoore. And today, in our slightly delayed YouTube Live, thank you, technology, we are going to talk about DNA sequencing of the skin microbiome, which is mind-blowing. So Stephanie, a few months ago, we were in Housen, Netherlands, and
Yep.
we were doing a Train the Trainer event, and you had a wonderful opportunity. What was that opportunity?
I got to have my skin swabbed to test my skin microbiome.
That's exciting. And the promise was you were going to get lots of information about the microbes living on your skin. So you've since gotten some results. Let's take a look at what the results show. So what are we seeing here on this slide? What is that a picture of?
That is my skin's microbiome. That is my skin's biodiversity, which I find quite interesting because it has a huge number for one only bacteria. But with the results, they did say that if you have small numbers for your other microorganisms, it might be the swab.
Okay.
So it's a difficult area to actually test because usually when we get swabbed medically, it's internal, like whether it's inside your mouth or inside areas. Because it's directly on the skin, the environment around will also affect the swab.
Right.
So it's a very specific way it had to be done. I had to dip it in water first, then literally scrape and twirl for 2 whole minutes with a timer. Like we had to actually time ourselves 2 minutes, rubbing it with pressure across the skin, twirling the swab.
So what we did find out is 7 families of bacteria on your skin.
Yep.
So there's still lots of stuff on your skin. So let's talk, I think, about the one that is the majority of your skin microbiome. And what is the blue part of the chart showing? What bacteria is that?
That is Propione bacterium.
Okay, so let's dig in a little bit more to the to that type of bacteria and see what we can learn about it. Well, we know that it's rod shaped.
Yep.
What else do we know about Propionibacterium?
It's had a bad rap, and it doesn't need to.
Okay. We're here. We're here to say good things about Propionibacterium.
Yes. It, for the longest time, in literature and teaching and learning about acne, in the past, it has been considered the cause of acne. But with the Human Microbiome Project and with the advanced genetic sequencing, they've discovered that it's not the culprit. It's actually Cutibacterium that deals with acne.
So they're saying that this is essential. And what are they saying when you have a really good population of Propionibacterium on your skin? What are they saying about that?
For me, I'm super excited because it means anti-aging.
Okay, so it means
I'm
that
excited.
more Propionibacterium, the younger you're going to look, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to get mine done now.
Yeah,
Because I
I'd be
need to know
excited
this
see.
stuff.
I'd be excited for the whole team to do it.
That would be fun. That would be a potluck lunch, I think. at our
Yeah,
team.
so with Propionibacterium, there are now researchers around the world looking at it as a probiotic. They know that, and they now know that propionic acid is developed from the P. acnes bacteria, which abbreviated this is called P. acnes, and we feed the Propionibacterium from our lipids of our skin. We go back to the topic of lipids.
Sebum.
Yeah, it's fed from there, but it makes propionic acid, which is antimicrobial, anti-aging probiotic. So what it does is it actually feeds your good microbes, but the pathogenic microbes can't recognize it as food. So they dwindle and die off.
Right. So it's only the good stuff, and then your good bacteria recognizes the Propionibacterium, and it's fed that way. It's so. What I find so mind-blowing about this is that this is new information that we didn't have even 10 years ago.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so we have to look at this, and we have to do the research to figure out what it's actually doing. And I think, as a teacher, this is going to impact what you teach your students, isn't it?
It already has. Absolutely. It impacts what is being taught in program. It's impacting as well because textbooks in the industry are not up here yet. Because it takes time to create a textbook, to get it edited, to get it published. Like, there's a lot involved in that. So in actual textbooks, we're not seeing full publication yet. That's got to come. We can start teaching it now, but we do have the scientific researched articles, the peer-reviewed articles. We can use that for teaching for now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely considered a new topic.
So it's definitely going to change things. So what else can we say about this bacterium? We can see the family of bacteria, the order, the class, the domain, etc., etc. Not being a microbiologist, I know that it's rod-shaped bacteria. That I recognize, that I can do. And I do know from our conversations that we thought this bacterium was not a good guy, and we are finding now that it is a good guy, and that with a healthy population of Propionibacterium, that you are going to it's going to have anti-aging properties, because the abundance of this bacteria on skin that is aging means that it's going to slow down the signs of aging. So let's dig in a little bit further and figure out how it compares to other people and what they have on their skin.
Yeah, this part interested me a lot, how high mine was.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like you mentioned, they feed off the lipids produced by our skin, which is why you don't want to wash all that sebum down the drain. You want to maintain your body's sebum levels. And then it goes on to say that it has an antimicrobial effect, which you talked about. But let's see what is happening, what's comparing to others. So what do we know about your skin versus other skin?
I feel because of our rewilding as a team, I'm the first of the team to have my skin tested. That's why I'm very interested to see once we test everybody. Because for me, rewilding, I have a very high percentage of good probiotic naturally happening on my skin. With average numbers, they possibly have not rewild. So when, like, it was mind-blowing when I got that result. It really was, to see that compared to average.
We're going to have to find some average people. Who's an average person? We're going to need to do some of this for people who haven't done the rewilding yet. Certainly not really anybody on our team. We're going to have to go outside the team. We're going to have to find somebody who is ready to get their skin swabbed and wants to see what they look like now versus in the future. But I think what's really interesting is that oily skin tends to have more Propionibacterium. Probably because that sebum that your skin has is feeding this good bacteria. So I can see how researchers might think the opposite is true, and that's like a correlation, causation kind of thing, thinking that oily skin, which may be more sensitive to acne breakouts, that bacteria is there, ergo, that's what's causing the bacteria. Whereas the new research we're finding is it's actually the opposite way. So it really shows us that we can customize a solution for our clients knowing this. So, I mean, I love data, and this kind of data is going to help us make good decisions about our skin. It's actually making me really desperate to swab my own skin because I want to know too. I'm quite a bit older than you, and I want to know what my levels are. As I'm aging, I just love to see what's there. I would love to see this through a microscope. I think we're going to have to go to South Africa next and take the, I know you're smiling. It's like, I want to go. Take the 5-day course. We're going to make this linkable after the live ends. We're going to upload this so that people can read about this more and just learn a little bit more about what we've talked about here today. And please feel free to ask us questions in the comments, and we'll make sure to get some answers for you. Thanks so much for joining us on this slightly delayed live, and have a great weekend.